What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the BocaBros. I'm Steve.
And I'm Jake.
And this is the BocaBros Super Bowl 2025 mini season, baby.
Let's go!
Woo!
Alright, so really it's the night before, but we're gonna go out, gonna do a little bit of scouting, make sure that our holes are holding. And if they are, we're back there first thing in the morning when it's still dark. We're going out at 4 a.m., but tonight we gotta make sure that we go to the right spot at 4 a.m. So right now, just a little bit of scouting, run home, get a little bit of sleep, get back out there before the crowds. You know the deal. If you ain't first, you're last.
I ain't sleeping tonight. I'm too excited. We got a boat full of lobsters to fill up. Yeah, that made sense. So we gonna get it.
This is insane. I know it doesn't look like people are that close, but holy cow. For 4 a.m. in the morning, nuts. How tired are you right now?
Exhausted is an understatement.
Didn't get much sleep last night, huh?
It'll be worth it though. We're getting in there. We're getting these lobsters. This is stacked up and they're coming on the boat.
It was a good scout last night, huh?
Oh, it was plentiful. It was plentiful.
Yeah. Well,
did the dirty work. Now it's about to pay off. I have a good feeling about this.
we shall see.
We shall see.
All right, take us underwater. Welcome back, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. You know what it is, our favorite holiday. Sure, it's not a national holiday, but to us, it's a holiday. Mini season 2025. And we're starting with a bang here. We did a lot of scouting this year. We drove around endlessly for 2 days, towing behind the boat, trying to find good spots. And thankfully, we were able to find a few. Now, the night before when we went out and scouted some of those spots where we had marked a lot of lobsters, a few days before, we noticed that there weren't any lobsters around those spots. And that's because every single night, lobsters move around. And you'll see a lot in these nighttime clips. These lobsters are comfortably walking outside of their ledge, just cruising around. So it definitely paid off to go back the evening before and check those spots and figure out which one we needed to make sure that we were at first thing in the morning. And that was this spot. It was a tiny little ledge about 8 inches tall that the lobsters just loved. They were piled in here, some big, some small, but needless to say, there was a good amount of lobsters at this first spot. However, there was also a ton of people and a ton of boats around. So unfortunately, it was a little bit hectic when we were doing some of our change outs and trade-offs between diving and driving the boat, because we absolutely had to have somebody manning the boat to keep away some of the other dive boats and make sure that none of our divers got run over. Mini season's a fun time, but it can definitely be sketchy as well with how many people are out and about. So sadly, all we have from this epic ledge during our first dive was just a few of the highlights from Steve's cam. Like I mentioned, at night, lobsters are more susceptible to leave their ledge or their home and walk around to find a new home, as you can tell here. There was so many times this night where we would just look left or be taking a lobster to the bag, swimming back towards the ledge, and just see one off in the distance free walking. And you know, if it was a big one like this, we had to go catch it, make our way back to the ledge. We knew those lobsters under the ledge weren't going anywhere anytime soon. This ledge was probably one of the best spots that we had ever seen during mini season. And old Steve was making the most out of it. One in his hand, sees another free walker, takes his bare hand and snags it. The old 2-for-1 special. You gotta love it. And if you're unfamiliar, this little guy's a Spanish lobster. We don't come by them too often, so we're stoked when we do.
I worked so hard for this thing. He is so fast.
I saw 4 of them.
And so shifty.
Dude, hell
Yeah, I did too. They were just
Best part
I
is,
got one as well. I think it's in my blue bag.
Really?
Yeah.
best part is that doesn't count towards our limit.
Nope.
Hell
I
yeah.
never had one before, but
Me neither.
people say they're great.
Now we just need one slipper and then we can do the ultimate taste off.
Yep.
You just want to push offshore a little bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna back out and then push offshore.
You got one
Well,
too?
I think the boys got a few to start. It's gonna be a good day.
I'd say that's a successful start to mini season right there. Take it, baby.
You can definitely say that the masses woke up. It is loaded with boats out here. You probably can't see all this, but there is at least 150, maybe 200 boats in my eyesight right here. Pretty wild, but that's mini season for you in South Florida. Right now we got Sarah on the bottom with Steve as her buddy diver, and Brian's just sitting over top watching them free diving. Hopefully Sarah's finding a few bugs. Like she said, this is her favorite holiday.
15.
At least.
15 inches.
You saw it?
I did.
No way.
I got 2,000. I was kind of just using that as my measure if we didn't get anything by 2 coming up.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Wow, you barely got him in the snare.
It looks like he escaped and went in that rock.
Oh, okay.
From
So you got
somebody.
by those other guys?
Yeah.
Go ahead and toss it up in the middle by my dad. Watch it. Watch your feet, Chris.
Yeah, he's missing
Oh yeah.
almost a knuckle.
It's definitely a good thing that we got started in the nighttime before daybreak came, because once daybreak came, holy cow, there was a ton of people diving. And you can't blame them because it was flat calm, which it rarely is during mini season. We definitely had our work cut out for us this day though. The limit where we're at in Broward County is 12 lobsters per person per day for mini season. So with 5 people on board, we were able to get 60 lobsters this day. Nice little keeper. There's a bigger one down there too. Gotta go get him. Oh, Steve. Steve's gonna steal him. Whenever you're lobster diving in Florida, you need to make sure that you measure your lobsters underwater before you put them up in your boat. Lobsters need to be 3 inches from the hard part between the horns to the back of the carapace. If your gauge falls off and hits the tail, then the lobster is too small and you must release it. Thankfully, this hole was full of keepers. You probably heard my frustration on the surface in that last clip. Steve was trying to steal the bigger lobster from me while he was on a tank and I was free diving. I saw this guy shoot away from him and I took my opportunity to make a quick drop and catch this sucker before Steve could. Little friendly fire here, flicking him off on the way up. That's what you get, Steve.
Clockwork.
If you're using a double-sided gauge like we do to measure the lobsters, be careful and make sure that you're using the 3-inch side rather than the smaller 2 7/8 inch side that's meant for stone crabs. Another keeper for the box. And since Sarah never dives with a camera, wanted to get a little third-person action of her catching a lobster here. She absolutely can't get enough of catching these things. If you pay attention on this one, you'll see the orange underneath the tail, which means that you just caught an egg-bearing female, and you need to let them go ASAP. Try and put them back in their hole. That way we have baby lobsters for years to come. Want to make sure that the fishery is sustainable and healthy for years to come. So if you see any females with eggs, be sure to leave them alone or release them immediately. But the big ones without eggs, those are fair game for the taking.
What up? The boats are a little close, huh? There you go.
That was a good find.
Yeah, there's like 10 on that one, and then I found like 4. I don't know, are you guys seeing any more? I don't think it's worth burning the air. I mean, you could free dive half of this. Up to you guys. I'd probably throw the tank up in the boat though. I feel like all this crap's been hit. Relate to the game today.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything after we got off that one spot back there.
No, they were solid right there.
I don't know how we found that, but we did.
I was just free diving, came along it. I totally flicked you off because you were trying to steal. Well, actually, you did steal my biggest lobster that I was going for. But he's in the box, so.
Fair enough.
Steve, which side are they on?
This one, like,
Okay.
there's one over here, one here.
You want me to push one your way?
Or you can try to go get the one on the left. One right.
We're gonna have to work together. It gets hard when they get in the middle. Either push them towards me or go down after me. What do you want to do? All right, I'll follow you.
Now some of these spots can be a bit more challenging to work lobsters by yourself. So as you heard up on the surface, Steven and I were planning to tag team this. He's coming in from one side and trying to push the lobster out towards my side. So I come in behind it and try and get the snare around the tail, and he just dodged me that quick. Dodged around Steve, but once he got out in the open, he didn't really stand a chance. But in situations like this, teamwork makes the dream work. And if you got a good dive buddy, you'll learn to appreciate him quick.
I could not see what I was doing in there.
Well, you got him to me. I couldn't get the snare around him on this side. There's one more. I think the other one's smaller, but.
He looks, yeah, that's the first one I almost got, and this, he was borderline.
Okay, well, take one more look. This one's good though.
Did you see where he was?
I didn't see that one. I only saw the one. I think the other one's further to this side.
Using the same method of teamwork here again. Since Steven was going down as the pusher, he went down first to see where the lobster was so that he could push him out on my side of the hole. So I waited for about 5 to 8 seconds after Steven went down before I made my drop. That way I had a little bit more air and gave him time to push the lobster out this side. And for some reason, the lobsters were so squirrely this day. I missed, Steven missed, but once again, once he got out in the open, it was game over. Mini season, these things get messed with a lot.
Looks like these things have been messed with. All right, that's it. Woo, on to the next spot. The boat was a lot closer than I thought, huh? Woo! How close was that to Sarah's head? Yeah. Hey, you know what else this tells us? That this reef line hasn't been hit.
Yeah.
So. Is it just one lobster?
Yeah.
How's the hog? 15?
Yeah, he's
Gotcha. Okay.
This late in the day, we knew that if we started to see a few lobsters on any given reef line, that we should probably continue to work that reef line. Because more likely than not, it probably wasn't hit yet by anybody else. So we have much better chances here at finding more lobster spread out across the reef than if we go to another spot that a boat had just left. That's one of the hardest things about mini season, figuring out where people have been and where people haven't been. And while we like using these snares because we feel it's a lot simpler to catch lobsters and a much cleaner catch, I actually enjoy when people either barehand or use a net and tickle stick, because then they leave a mess of lobster legs and antennas behind. You know, not to waste your time on that reef.
I'm tired, man. It's slowing way down out here.
Hey, it wasn't a killer day, but
It's all right.
the nighttime made up for it though. I'm glad that we went out and got started.
That was the move. Beat all the people out here, beat the crowd. It was a zoo out here like we expected, and now it's a lot slower, so we made the right call.
Hey, we still got a live well full of lobsters, baby. Overall, 10 out of 10. Past few hours, 2 out of 10. Mini season's been a success. Fatigue is real at the end of the day. I've done at least 86 free dives today. I'm pretty tired. These guys did free dives and tank dives. I know you're not really supposed to, but hey, it's really shallow stuff, and he wasn't down on the tank for more than like 20 minutes at a time. So we just got the official double count. We're 1 shy. That's it. We only need 1 more. Steve just hopped back in the water with Brian on a little patch of reef that we hope hasn't been hit yet. It's tough out here. We keep bouncing around spot to spot, and most of the spots you get to, all you see is legs and antennas. People got to it before us, but 1 more, 1 shy of that 5-man limit. Let's see if we can get it done. There he is.
Last one.
There's 2 there. One's short, one's thin F with a little bit. It looks like it's probably short. The other one with 2 antennas that's facing south.
He looks bigger.
It took quite a while, but we finally got there. Lobster number 60. What a long day, but a fun day. We wouldn't have come out before daylight. There would have been 0 chance that we would have got our limit. But thankfully, we made that call and got out there while it was still dark and less people were around.
Is that line keeper? Yep, he's really good. How's yours?
This guy is, he's good on our gauge, but he's just short on those 3 1/8 inch gauges. So besides, yours is bigger. That's the last one that we need. Hell yeah, Steve. What do you have to say?
I'm freaking tired. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Way good. Way good.
There we go. Did you have fun today?
Every day I have fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What made today special?
Something I haven't done in a while.
Getting out and catching some lobster? A hog? No! Get in there and see it. Get in there and see if it's a keeper. And if it is, I'll get this pole spear ready quick. 16 to the fork.
Wasted my time with 12-inch hogfish. Man, I'm so tired. I've eaten a bag of chips, drained, depleted. It's a lot of work getting in and out and in and out, checking spots, hopping here and there and everywhere. You ever wonder what 60 lobsters look like? There you go. That's a lot of bugs, dude. Need a lot more ice.
60, baby.
60, magic number.
Did it.
You know we did it.
Did it. First day. Second day, it's not going to be as good. But we're still going to go. When you only got 2 days, you got to send it.
Tomorrow's about to be a freaking grind and a half. I'll be thankful for, I don't know, 20? Yeah, 20.
20 is a magical number tomorrow. We're gonna have to run a lot, dive a lot, but even today, covered so much freaking ground. I mean, it was fun though. It's fun finding new areas. That's what it's all about.
New spots and fighting people off your spots. Good times.
What do we got? What do we got? Bam! Wow, those look so good. Got 3 fresh spiny lobster tails on the smoker, ready to go. I don't know exactly what we're gonna make with these just yet, but all I know is we're gonna have smoked lobster to go into whatever dish we choose. Mac and cheese, I don't know. It seems a little over the top. I probably would have smoked the mac and cheese itself. So I don't think we're gonna go that route. I think we're gonna stick Italian here. Only time will tell. I got a while to think about it. These are gonna take, I don't even know, I think like an hour on the smoker or so. Got a little bit of time to come up with the rest of the recipe. But for now, I'll just get to enjoy the smell of these things. It smells so good. I think they're done. Wow. Look at those. Those look so delicious. Let's get them on a little plate here. 145 internal. Oh yeah, look at those lobster tails. That is some smoked deliciousness right there. I think we know what we're doing with these. We're staying Italian. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. Man, what a success mini season was this year. So much fun catching lobsters, getting to snorkel around, do a little bit of tank diving with good buddies and your family, of course. Couldn't have asked for better weather, and it was just an all-around great time. But now we got something even more exciting. We got the meal that goes with it. We're gonna put those fresh lobsters to use and whip up something delicious in the kitchen. I don't know where Steve's at, but I'll tell you what, he's definitely missing out. He's not gonna be here tonight. I'm cooking this one solo, and it's gonna be a banger. So we got our manicotti shells. First step, we gotta get those boiling, get them nice and soft, so that we can move on to step 2 and build the stuffing. We got some smoked lobster. Y'all saw that on the smoker a little bit earlier this morning. We got some spinach, some sun-dried tomatoes, some minced garlic, and some ricotta. That's gonna be our stuffing. And then finally, we're gonna top it off with a vodka sauce. Yeah, I know, not so traditional, but we love vodka sauce, so deal with it. And some mozzarella cheese. There you have it. Let's get rolling. All right, this is a lot. We're already starting to make a mess. We got crap everywhere. What we're gonna do in this pan is get basically a roux going, some butter, some flour, olive oil, and salt. Once we get that stirred to the right consistency, we're gonna slowly add our milk, form that nice little base, and then put our ricotta in there and let it thicken up. That's step 1. Well, I guess step 2. Step 1 was getting these shells in good shape, which now they're all cooked al dente, added to the pan, ready to stuff. Step 3 is gonna be in this pan. We're gonna be working on the rest of our fillings. We're gonna go garlic, spinach, and our lobster. And we don't wanna do this one long because the lobster's already cooked. So really just getting it up to temp, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our invisible ricotta right here into this. Mix it all up, stuff these shells, stuff them into the oven. Bam. All right, we're working on a roux. She's a little thick, but the milk is gonna help bring that down. Got our flour, our butter, and our salt in here. We're gonna slowly start to add this milk. We just don't want any clumpy, untouched flour, so just trying to mash it all out there a little bit. We're cooking on a medium heat here. You don't want to be any hotter than that. So we're gonna do this in stages right now. First stage, add a little bit of milk, try and get this consistency down some from our roux. Get it a little bit less thick. We're gonna go until this thickens all the way up. She is looking beautiful. Oh yeah, there we go. Starting to get to that consistency that we like. What we're gonna do, stir in our ricotta. We got 1/2 cup of that glorious ricotta. Who doesn't like ricotta? Let's go ahead and get that stirred in. All right, blended it all together. We're just gonna take this off the heat for a minute and get our other pan going with that lobster and spinach and garlic. And then we'll combine it. Putting some garlic in there. We're gonna bring this up to a nice aroma. A little hard out of it, as such. Then we'll start adding all the good stuff. Oh yeah, she's nice and fragrant. Next, we got some finely chopped sun-dried tomatoes and our lobster. Gonna go ahead and get all that goodness into this pan. Come on, you know you wanna go. Give that a little stir, get that garlic mixed into all this goodness. Oh yeah. Like I said, we don't want to do this too long because the lobster is already cooked. Next thing, we're gonna go 2 handfuls of spinach. Like that, and that. Maybe one little more. There we go. Let that wilt down, and then we're gonna get our mozzarella cheese in there, which is the last step to this mixture. Mozzarella going in. It says to use this whole bag, but I really don't think we need that much. So I'm gonna go like there. I'm gonna stop a little short. Like I've always said, I don't like to follow recipes to a T. I like to do what I think sounds good and just use them as a starter. So that's what you get. You know what I forgot to do though, folks? I forgot you gotta pay the cheese tax. You always gotta pay the cheese tax. All right, we're gonna let this go for probably like 5 minutes or so, trying to reduce everything down, get that cheese melted, get that spinach to start wilting down. Smelling real good though. This is some sticky icky, baby. Whoa, she's looking good. For some reason, I have a feeling that this filling, once I add that, is gonna be way too much to stuff these shells right here. But I guess if we have a little extra, can't really go wrong. We'll just put it in the oven, heat it up, eat it without a shell. I'm sure it'll be just as good. All right, I'm gonna get these combined. I gotta set the camera down. Can't do this with one hand. This right here is basically a smoked lobster cheese bomb. If you can't eat dairy, do not attempt this one at home. This will F you up for days. But since we can eat dairy, we're going the cheesy route. This is like, you know, some people do smoked lobster mac and cheese. This is the Italian spin of that, I feel like. I don't know. I've never made manicotti. We're gonna see how it turns out. It smells freaking delicious right now. My mouth's watering talking to you guys. This is all heated up and combined real well. I'm gonna let this sit for just a second because this is way too hot to touch. And then we're gonna get to stuffing our manicotti shells. Now, I don't know the best way to stuff these things without ripping the shells. I'm really trying not to do that. So I'm gonna use a small spoon, try and get these things in there. We'll see how it goes. Let's give it a shot. We got our shell here. We're gonna scoop some of this glorious cheesy goodness and I guess just slowly push it down. I feel like I need something to actually push this down better because it ain't really wanting to go. But what do you use? What does one use to stuff a shell? Let's use a straw. This straw is about to be cheesy. It's working pretty well though. Straw kind of worked out great actually. I mean, this is like a freaking cannoli, baby. Cannoli filled with smoked lobster. We got a few shells that rip, so we're just gonna make some open-faced tacos here. Well, Jake, why do you always have to make a Mexican spin on everything? Because I love Mexican food. Who doesn't? And when life gives you broken open shells, you make tacos. Look at that. It's actually, yeah, perfect little taco. Let's see if we can find a piece of lobster. There's one. Man, smoked lobster. The flavor on that is so good. I got as much cheese off of this as I could. Highly recommend. Highly recommend smoking your lobster. I'm sure you could do all sorts of dishes with smoked lobster. It doesn't have to be this. Last step is to get these all dressed up with some vodka sauce. You know us, we love our sauce, especially vodka. So we ain't going light with this. What do they say? Bone apple teeth. Time to put this in the oven. We're going 350 for about 30 to 40 minutes. Just want to heat it all up and get all these flavors to mold. Here they go. Oh yeah, we'll see in about 30 to 40 minutes. Oh man, I think she's done. Oh, That smells delicious. Cannot wait to bite into this. But this is gonna be way too hot, so gotta give it a few minutes here. We're gonna let it cool down, then I'll give you the official rating. This is the mini season dish. This is one of our best dishes of the year. We always try and make something great with these lobsters. Usually lobster pizza, but had to change it up. But we kept it in the family and kept it Italian. This looks like a winner here. Let's give this a little taste tester. First lobster of the season. Got a little perfect bite. That's really freaking good. Tastes just like a stuffed shell with smoked lobster. The smoky flavor is really good in that. I don't know, I gotta take another bite. All right, going for bite number 3. This will be the official rating. Oh, that was a good bite. Man, I really wish I could know what we rated our lobster pizzas, because this is right up there with them. I would say the pizza's a little bit better just because I like pizza. This is a little bit cheesy for me. It's delicious though, and I'm going 8.8. 8.8 out of 10. That's a solid rating. I would definitely try this if I were you. It's worthwhile, for sure. Anyways, that's a wrap on mini season. Appreciate y'all watching. We hope that you had a good time following along. We got a lot more videos coming your way. We got some sailfish action. We got some mahi action. Going out sword fishing tomorrow. Hopefully we get a big one. If you see a sword thumbnail, you're gonna wanna click it. We're going chasing monsters tomorrow. Anyways, see y'all next Tuesday. Thanks as always.